Welcome to BeastPod Official, the only official companion podcast to the massively popular MrBeast content library. I'm Pete, and I've been watching and loving every MrBeast upload for a couple of years now. Roar!
And I'm Cam, and I think it's cool that he could maybe give us a ton of money for doing this one day.
Well, Cam, it's more about the journey than the destination. We're setting out to cover all things Beast, so listen along as we break down every upload that Jimmy Donaldson, aka MrBeast, drops.
And remember, Pete, I only agreed to do this podcast because you said we'd be getting a free Tesla.
Well, in this episode, we're going to be covering Last to Take Hands Off Lamborghini Keeps It. And today we have a special guest, Ben.
Hello.
Nice to have you on the pod, Ben.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So in the name of covering every MrBeast upload, we are tying this one to Last to Take Hands Off Lamborghini Keeps It. Ben here was a contestant on a similar mimic of this kind of concept, but he was on an upload on the Zach King's YouTube channel.
Yes, because Zach King lost a Zach King won a MrBeast challenge.
He did win it.
Got a bunch of money. But he said, what are you going to do with the cash? He said, I'm going to do what you do. And he had his own challenge, which then you were on.
That's right, yeah.
And in your case, you got to keep your hands on the Tesla for the longest.
Exactly, yeah. It was the last person to have their hand on the Tesla keeps it. That was the video I was in with Zach King.
Okay.
My first question, so this is real. This is a real challenge. You were there for how many hours?
25.
Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty brutal, to be honest. I would do it again. I mean, it's hard, not to do a challenge like that.
It's a rush.
But it's a rush. But your hand definitely just goes numb, and you don't. At a certain point, you just don't even feel anything in it.
It's like that movie, 127 Hours.
Exactly.
You're getting let off easy. You were only on there for, 25?
Yeah.
100 short.
I guess
102 short.
102 short.
If you want to be exact.
Okay,
Yeah.
So my first question is, in MrBeast upload with the Lamborghini, he clearly shows that the way that the contestants use the bathroom is that they rip off a windshield wiper of the Lamborghini, and then if someone holds onto that, they can go to the bathroom. It's one at a time.
Yeah.
Was it similar in the Zach King?
Exact same thing, yeah, with the Zach King one.
And that porta potty or bathroom?
It was a full bathroom, yeah.
Did it stink?
Actually, no.
They were cleaning it in between shifts.
I think so.
Okay.
It was nice.
Were there any moments where you really had to go, but you had to wait a while because other people were using the bathroom?
No, they were actually kind of, they were a little strict about it. They made sure no one was abusing the bathroom use. They wanted to keep you on the car.
Okay.
Like, how would they know if you just went in there to, bounce a ball off the wall or something like that instead of going number 1 or number 2?
Truthfully, I don't think they would know. When I was in there, I was thinking maybe there's a hidden camera in here. I was careful.
Okay.
I wouldn't have put it past any YouTuber to do that,
And so you still had to keep a hand on a part of the car. So you were doing the business, one hand dealing with your pants.
Exactly.
Okay.
I was
Washing
pretty
your
strict
hands?
about it. Yeah, well, I think I did.
Did
I
you
washed
wash
at
your
least.
hands for a full minute?
I washed maybe 20 seconds. I think that's the recommended amount, right? Or have I been doing it wrong forever?
You might be a little short on
Oh,
that.
yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we shook hands before this. Maybe
Yeah, I'll have to go wash my
get some
hands after this.
sanitizer.
Well, I mean, that was my main question. I mean, I was really curious about the bathroom element
the
of these
bathroom.
kinds of challenges. I mean, I guess
why don't we get into it?
yeah,
what?
okay.
So you go into this, what is it, warehouse?
Yep, it's a warehouse.
It's
And it's cold. Well, yeah, when night hits, it's pretty cold.
Is it freezing? Do you know?
I would say, cold for LA. So it probably got to maybe just under 60, but that's pretty uncomfortable if you're just sitting in that all night.
Oof. And could you bring a change of clothes? Could you bring some PJs?
You could, I think it was actually part of their plan was they kind of wanted us to fall asleep so that our hands would fall off in the night. So they gave us sleeping bags. They gave us pillows.
That's how MrBeast did it.
That's his tactic.
That's how you
It's
get
a
'em.
sleep.
Yeah.
It's the silent killer. And I know in MrBeast they had an element where they were duct taping people's hands to the car so that they
for
could
an
sleep
added sense of
if they
security,
wanted.
so you think.
But
Oh,
plenty
we
of
didn't
people
have that.
still rip the tape off. So you didn't even have that.
No
Okay.
duct tape. What was
Wow.
really crazy? I was kind of surprised by this. I loved it. But so for 7 hours, they're no talking. The lights are going down. And
No, talk. What is this, in a library?
yeah, exactly. Basically, they were like, they wanted it to be as painful as possible overnight.
Oh my
That's how they
gosh.
should do it. And they were like, but, you know, like, you can fall asleep. You have your sleeping bag and everything. But if your hand falls off the car, you lose. And what was great was they come in the morning and they roll in a TV. And they're like, by the way, there are several people here who accidentally, their hand slipped off overnight. And we have footage of it. We're about to play it right here. And if you think you might have been that person, or if you know that your hand slipped off, you can tell us right now and we'll give you $1,000. But, you know, you can also just say that you didn't take your hand off and maybe it doesn't play on the screen, which freaked people out because they were like, oh my gosh, did I take my hand off? Did I not know? Should I just take my hand off now and get the extra money? And I think like 3 people took their hand off right there because they were like, I'll take the extra 1,000. I think my hand slipped off in the middle of the night. And there were multiple people who their hand never came off at night. So they just willingly like let go right there because they were scared.
Was anyone trying to psych each other out, being like, oof, thought I saw your hand come off, bud?
There was a little like a little jokiness about that, but there was a certain point in the night, I think, where we were like looking at each other like, like, am I seeing something? I feel like you just took your hand off. There was a little bit of that, but pretty much everyone was cool.
So how did you get selected for this challenge?
I went to Chapman University, and I had a couple friends who produced videos for Zach King. And one of them just posted on their Instagram story, hey, we need some contestants for a video coming up. Submit a 60-second video to be on. And I did. I submitted. My girlfriend also submitted, and we both were accepted.
Oh, so you did this with your girlfriend?
Yes. Yeah, she was there too.
Do you think that made it easier or harder? Do you guys get any fights?
No, I think it made it easier because, yeah, when there's downtime, you could talk. But right before that 7-hour silence, her hand went off and she was out. So I spent like the whole night just sitting there alone. And that was rough. It was once she left because that made it easier.
Were you guys right next to each other the whole time in the video?
Yeah, we're right next to each other in
nice.
the video.
Yeah, that's sweet. That is sweet. I mean, I saw the part that really freaked me out was the bugs and the snakes element where he brought in the wild animal tamer or whatever. Did you have to deal with that?
He's putting full on
firsthand?
pythons and like tarantulas.
Mr.
on
Beast
people.
doesn't mess with that. Mr.
I
Beast
will
keeps his
say-
tricks clean.
I will say, Mr. Beast. Yeah, that almost felt to me like a little
Torturous.
like, because what if someone is like dangerously afraid of bugs?
Yeah, there were people. There's one guy who, it's in the video, he takes his hand off because they're scorpions. I think they didn't put the scorpions on me or the tarantulas. I got the snakes on me. My girlfriend loves like bugs and insects and animals and stuff. She was like asking them to put the tarantulas.
That was her
on
favorite part.
They almost didn't want to. Yeah, that was. She was loving it.
Or was she psyching them out? Was she acting so
That's a crazy
excited
play.
for
That's
yeah,
a
that would
crazy
be
play.
that would be a power play.
She might have, honestly. I was a little shocked when she was asking for like the scorpions. I was like,
They were like, "Oh, this girl's a freak."
yeah, she's crazy.
Okay.
Do you feel like doing this challenge with your girlfriend brought you guys closer together?
I think so. It's actually not the first like competition thing we did together. We were actually on a game show on NBC together too.
Oh my God.
And that was a crazy experience. That was honestly scarring, that one. This one brought us closer together. This was a good experience.
Well,
Were you on Fear Factor?
No, it was called it was like Wipeout. It was called
Okay, yeah,
Ultimate
yeah, I know
Slip and Slide. It was a
so
The
like
big
Fall-
red balls you
Fall
have to jump
Guys. So it's like
across,
Fall
kinda.
Guys in real life.
Yeah.
if you know that game.
Exactly. It was just like that, and the show actually got canceled before it aired because of a water parasite that infected dozens and dozens of crew members with explosive diarrhea. You can look this up, and they shut down the show after we had filmed and done really well.
And you were in that water.
I was in that water, but I was safe.
Maybe you got a colon of steel,
I think so.
a steel trap down there.
So
Yeah.
So Ben, so you're doing this challenge, right? And they're kind of like doing little like tricks to get people off. Like they're saying like you like take a shot at the take a basketball shot. If you make
That's
it, you
right.
get like an extra $1,000.
Yeah.
You're doing the challenge the whole time. Are you feeling good mentally? Are you thinking you could win this thing?
I'm thinking I can win this. Seriously, yeah. I feel like I could have gone longer at the end. The spoiler is that I got second place.
Yeah.
But I felt like I could have gone longer. It was honestly a mistake that my hand came off the car.
How did it come off?
It was at the end, just to try to get people out, they had us stand about 3 feet away from the car on one foot. We had only one finger on the car, and so we're like, we're balancing. And I have a photo of it that I can show you guys, but my finger kind of bended really far back. You can see it's purple. It turned purple, and I couldn't even feel my hand. So I'm just sweating.
It's as purple as this prime?
It's pretty close to that purple prime. Is that grape?
Yeah,
Yep.
you want some?
Yeah, I'll have some.
Get a nice little buzz on.
He calls it his own medication.
I'm self-medicated.
Be careful
with
with that.
prime. So you got second place.
good.
So you got second place. How long was it? This 1v1 with you and this person who took it.
I think that went like at the end. The 1v1 was maybe over an hour and a half, and yeah, it was brutal. So like, yeah, you lose feeling in your hand, and my finger. I was just trying to kind of like move my hand a little just to try to get some feeling or just try to adjust a little, and it just kind of popped off.
Damn.
A little.
So the girl who won got what? A Tesla?
Well, that's the thing with these is that you don't actually win.
Oh, did she not get
What
it?
they say. I mean, no, she didn't get the Tesla. So you get the money. Like with all of these, you can get the car, but then you have to pay all the taxes on it,
Whoa.
So
Like the registration fee, stuff like that. In California,
even
what,
beyond
$300
I
to
don't-
register a year?
I don't know what Mr. Beast does. I think he gets
no,
on
he
the real thing.
does. You gotta, yeah, MrBeast. He just gave away a car
You
recently,
just
and
rocked
he got.
Pete's world.
What?
There was a girl on TikTok recently who she won a car in a MrBeast video, and was like calling him out on Twitter or on TikTok, because she was like, "You don't actually get the car. Basically, you're left with the car, and you have to pay all these taxes, or you can accept the money value, which you're still getting free money. You probably get like half of what it is, but that's just the government, They're
So what?
taking
They're
a lot.
So how much did you win?
So I won. It was like 7,500.
7,500, and then do you get that full amount of money? Do you have to pay taxes on that?
I think it was like maybe the 5,000, the first 5,000. I didn't. It was some sort of like, you win. Like the 5,000 isn't taxable, and then whatever on top is the 2,500. But
So
yeah,
you,
I did
so
pay
you,
taxes on it.
So you got scammed. This whole thing was a scam, basically.
To tie it back to Mr. Beast, in his thing, like the other contestants who didn't quite win, they still got to go into a room filled with other incredible prizes like iPads and TVs and laptops. I'm sure those were real, right? You're not going to tell me
No.
that those were just cash prizes
No, you're
with tax
getting the
deductible.
cash for that.
Yeah, they probably go
sorry.
out and then they register the value, and you have to pay taxes on it.
That was a rental. That was a rental Tesla in the video.
Ooh, the truth is coming out.
I got to do more research. That's insane to me. I mean, but still, like, you get to walk out with TVs and stuff, and the Mr. Beast one. I mean, 7,500. That's not really that much. You kind of get.
You definitely
ripped
got
off.
scammed.
Did
You got
I
scammed.
get
You got
think
ripped
scammed?
off.
You're better off in a Mr. Beast challenge, regardless. I think in the long run,
Yeah.
you go direct to consumer, or direct to Mr. Beast. You don't go through some like secondhand.
Yeah, this is like what's it called?
Trickle down economics.
Well, this is trickle down economics because Beast give Zach money and Zach give it to you.
Yeah.
But it's also like knockoff Beast. I hate to say it.
It's knockoff Beast.
Cam, what did you say about it specifically?
Zach King does not have the juice.
I-
He
be
doesn't
honest, I
have the
felt the-
juice.
I felt the
I'm
same.
sorry.
I'll be honest.
When you compare these two guys in a room,
Mm.
Zach King, I noticed he was very polite. I don't know if you felt like that. It's like
He was polite, yeah.
He was very personable, very nice. He wanted everyone to feel good. Like, oh, you're out, but hey, you still win something. Beast is going around kicking people in the nuts.
Yeah. I like Beast's style, to be honest. I love Zach King though. It was a really pleasant experience.
And I do enjoy his editing stuff. I think that's impressive.
His editing thing
Yeah.
is a rip off of MrBeast, though.
His editing thing.
No,
His
I-
special effects.
His
The way
special-
he cuts around. The special effects?
Oh.
I think we're talking about different things.
What are
I'm
you
surprised
talking
you
about?
haven't seen this in your vertical scrolling. Zach King, extremely successful.
The
Well,
TikTok
first he was a
magician.
Viner, now he's a TikTok magician.
Okay.
Incredible VFX. I'll say he's one of the best vertical content creators I've seen out there.
Second to MrBeast?
No.
Yeah, of course, second still.
I have proof to back this up. not Mr. Beast. Zach King has the most viewed TikTok of all time.
Ooh.
His one of his magic videos, his Harry Potter video, has 2.2 billion views.
Holy.
Did Beast hold the record before that? Do you know?
I don't know.
And is that
I'm
more
sure
than
he's out
Gangnam
there.
Style? Sorry.
Well,
That's 2.2 billion. Is that more than Gangnam Style?
That's like Gangnam Style plus Harlem Shake plus every
that's all.
ice bucket challenge imaginable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Times 10.
Okay.
Yeah, views on YouTube, that's another beast, but on TikTok, 2.2 billion.
2.2.
Zach doesn't mess around.
Look, I thought Zach's video was pretty cool. I just will say that Beast has a ferocity to him. He's called Beast.
That's right.
All beast, no bullshit.
Yeah, because have you seen the video where it's last one to keep your hand on the Tesla or the Lamborghini wins it?
Yeah.
The Beast
yeah,
video?
I've seen that, yeah.
What did you think about that?
I like that. I was thinking about, he has no chill. I love the part in the MrBeast video with the Lamborghini where he tells them there's, I think, a Camaro parked outside. And he says, you can go run. And the first one to touch it keeps that. And then they all sprint towards that.
They sprint towards it. They have no idea where they're going. Yeah. It's in an unmarked ditch.
All part of the thrill.
You get a
Incredible.
guy jump in. He probably doesn't even have a driver's license. The way he backs it up, he rips the bumper off, the front bumper.
Yeah. Yes,
Was that a rental? I almost wonder if
that's a
then
good
he owes money. Like Beast is putting people in situations just to have him in debt, so then go back on his show to try and win money.
Yeah, they cut the cameras. He's like, yeah, you're going to have to pay for that. Yeah, that's a rental, dude. You just ripped the bumper off.
So do you think that Lamborghini in the Beast video was a rental?
Definitely.
Damn.
Like an exotic car shop that rents out Lambos.
So at the end of the day, you do have cold hard cash.
I do. And I
Well,
got a
what did you
Tesla.
You bought a Tesla with that?
Yeah, so I got it. So I got that cash after I sold the car I had, and I was able to get a Tesla.
How are those?
They're
They're
good.
pretty good.
Do you like the backup sound it makes, the little whirly?
Yeah, exactly. The woo.
Yeah.
I do like that. I will say I bought it though before Elon Musk just became a total asshole. I mean, he was an asshole before, but this was before, Twitter and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I have maybe a little guilt there.
Are you trying to return it anytime soon?
No, I can't.
That's fair.
I can't do gas anymore. I'm done with LA gas.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's tough out here.
the whole point to me of this podcast, why we're doing this, so we can get a free Tesla from MrBeast.
I mean, I still think he'd probably be more likely to give us a Lamborghini. But, I mean, Tesla, I'm not going to complain if I get a Tesla,
might be I think you should be prepared to accept like a Honda Civic
Honda Civic.
or a Corolla.
Well, I'm driving a Kia Optima right now.
Is that better than a Civic?
How does it do on mileage, Pete?
I think 25 miles per gallon.
Is that highway or city?
That's highway. Well, I mean, any upgrade would be appreciated from the Beast himself. I'm not going to turn down
course,
anything. Let's be
true.
clear about that.
You're gonna have to pay taxes on it though. Be ready. You might have to sell.
I gotta
your current
research
Well, that's
car.
what our
that.
Patreon is for,
That's
hopefully.
so frustrating.
Yeah.
So, Ben, are you a fan of MrBeast?
I think I'm a casual fan. Yeah.
Okay. How many videos of his do you think you've seen?
I think I've seen of all the major ones. I've probably seen the majority. I think when they pop up, I'll watch them for a few years now too.
Gotta up those numbers.
Rookie numbers.
I mean, it depends on those views. So, I mean, if you keep viewing, he'll keep giving better prizes out. So, I'm just saying, I'm here to spread the word.
well, I'm trying to watch.
Okay.
So, do you? A lot of people online will say MrBeast isn't actually giving people money or things, like free cars or whatever.
It's bullshit.
We know. Okay, so it is. We have debunked that he is using rentals.
He's got to be.
I mean, it's one guy's word. I'm sorry, Ben. It's one guy's word. I still have to do research. I'll get back next episode.
Ben, how
It's
close?
troubling, though.
How close are you to being on a MrBeast challenge? Is that your next step?
I guess that would be the next step up, right? I've done the TV one, and then I've done the Zach King one.
Oh yeah, what was up with this TV one?
Yeah, that one I actually had to go on backstage casting online, and through months of auditions. It's kind of crazy.
Old school Hollywood.
You do that with your girlfriend?
Literally. Yeah, like Zoom interviews during COVID for this, and I got nothing.
Now that's a power couple.
Nothing.
Thank you. Yeah, they screwed
Dude.
us.
This is why the old empire is dying. Hollywood's finished. If they can't even offer anything like what MrBeast is
can't do-
offering.
Yeah, MrBeast at least, even if you lose, he's like, here's $1,000.
Yeah.
NBC, they took my clothes. So they
They took your clothes?
they literally, yeah, they were like, hey, bring
Was
like
this Naked and Afraid?
yeah, basically they had us bring multiple outfits, and they were like, hey, you know, after our first day of shooting, we're going to hold on to these outfits because we want to make sure that they're, you know, you might not bring them back, you might forget them, so we'll dry clean them, we'll hold on to them
Sort of
for your next day.
gaslighting you guys?
Yeah, and then the show's canceled. I emailed the producer. I'm like, yo, where are my really dope shorts and my orange shirt? It was my favorite shirt.
What kind of shirt was it?
It was, well, now it's kind of embarrassing. It was from Target. But
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
but it was just a nice tee with a pocket. I wore it to work sometimes.
Was it like
nice
a Target, the Good and Greater brand?
It
too?
was it was a Goodfellow.
Oh, that's it.
Was
Yeah.
that the one with the mascot? It's like the the logo is a raccoon with a bandana or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe
That's
yeah.
something else.
Pair of Thieves.
Oh,
Oh.
I was thinking
Yeah,
Guardians
yeah.
of the Galaxy
Oh.
for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I have Pair of Thieves too. Those suck.
So they took your shirt.
They took it, and I was like, "Where is it?" And they're like, "Yeah, we lost it. We don't know."
Oh, they should
Sorry."
have told you that you're not getting it back.
Yeah, I think they were just like, we don't know. I'm sorry.
Did you invoice them?
I should have, and I didn't.
Well, maybe you could do like a tax write. Like that's so annoying.
It is annoying, I know. And Target stopped selling that shirt, so I couldn't even replace it.
Total headache.
Well, so yeah, that is interesting. These old game shows, you can see why. Yeah, as you said, they're crumbling.
And I think that's an argument for why MrBeast might be good. These YouTube ones, the people on there, even the losers, are still getting something. The TV shows, they don't care.
So,
And that's a huge budget. That show was like $18 million or something.
$18 million?
Yeah, if you look it up, Ultimate Slip and Slide, it was supposed to air before the Olympics in 2021. It's an expensive show. Bobby Moynihan was the host. And they don't even care about the contestants.
Oh my God.
yeah, I mean, Mr. Beast, he comes to you almost. He hits up his subscribers. He doesn't make you apply through some dubious kind of
Yeah,
back,
he
back
cuts out the
page.
middleman, and that stuff is so corporate.
Yeah.
Like the stuff
Exactly.
Mr. Beast is doing
It's
feels
raw.
so original and fresh.
Organic.
Like keep your hand on this car for 24 hours or whatever. That's fucking original as shit.
Yeah, dude. Maybe it's not too bad, these YouTube giveaway videos.
Do you have any complaints with it? Like, do you feel like walking away from Zach's, you're like, anything maybe could have gone a little better? Or?
No, I honestly thought Zach's went perfect. I wouldn't have changed anything.
Okay.
I do, though, not with him, but I know it's kind of like, I guess it must have been brought up on this podcast before or will in future episodes, but it is such a fascinating thing, these YouTube giveaways, or even, you know what's even crazier is the giveaways where they'll just approach some guy on the street. I saw one the other day. This dude just like walks up to some guy that's kind of like crying on like standing on the corner, and he's like, "Hey man, hey," and he's like filming him. He's like, "Hey, you have a bad day? Here, play throw this ball with me." And the guy's just like totally out of it, like he's struggling, and he starts like throwing this football with him. He's like, "Oh, open up the football, like there's a hole in it," and there's $1,000 inside, and he's like, "Yeah, man, there's $1,000," and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, so I feel like
Lesser beasts are out there.
it's a big jungle.
Yeah.
There's King Beast,
Yeah.
and then
And you
there's
got the little leaguers.
there's all these little copycats.
Yeah.
And the weird stuff about that is definitely just that it's like, we talked about this with him curing 1,000 people's blindness. I was talking to Pete about it and saying, could he just cure people's blindness? That's it. Not give people any money with it, not give people any cars with it, and it's still a YouTube video? Probably not. Because people have a short attention span.
Yeah.
They need that like gimmicky stuff. And this football thing, it's a gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how in the it's either the curing blindness or the hearing one, where at a certain point in the video they're just like, "Screw it, here's $10,000. Here's a car."
Within the
It's
first
beautiful.
like minute.
You know, people are skipping the actual the
Yeah.
heartwarming stuff in the beginning.
I
They're
got
like
bored myself with all the blind stuff. I was more excited to see the money.
skipping forward.
But with that, it's just like, could he have just had a real football catch with him and then just given him $1,000?
You know, just walk up to him and be like, "I'm blessing people today. Here's $1,000." Maybe not even record it, but it was weird. Yeah.
Well, do you think it's possible to do kind acts, like kind gestures, without recording?
Definitely.
Have people done that before?
Well, I think the bigger thing too is like $1,000 is kind of like whatever.
Pennies
Like
on the dollar.
MrBeast, like he's offering at least 10K. So I think that if it was a larger amount, I think that would have changed that guy's life.
Yeah. He's just kind of like, does that guy have to pay taxes on the thousands?
Oh.
Do you think Beast is king? Or do you think Zach is king?
You know, with the giveaway stuff, Beast is king.
Okay.
Zach is, king is in Zach's name. Zach's king, but of a whole different section.
That's
And
a
it's just-
bloodline. He has the name. The
exactly.
king. Beast
So
had to earn it.
he had to earn it, exactly. It wasn't just given to him.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, Zach King's a Nepo baby because his name was just,
Yeah.
like you said, given to him.
And the thing too about Zach King is it just like throughout the video he's cutting to these random things of like this guy who's like for every mile he bikes through LA he gets to give like $1 to charity of his choice. There's another thing where it's like people eating spicy wings, whoever does it the longest or whatever gets to give money to the charity of their choice.
Oh, you
I hate that.
You recapped Zach King's video better than you usually recap MrBeast's videos. Just make a note of that.
I didn't like the fact that it was all charity based. They should have just gotten the money for themselves and been able to like ball out in a Target or something.
Yeah, I gotta disagree with you. I liked the charity.
You
I
did?
did. Yeah, I met the
Did you?
biker guy too. He was cool.
Did you really?
I did.
How many miles did he bike?
I don't even remember. I don't know. Was it like 100 or something? I don't know.
I think
Or he just biked for 24 hours. I don't know.
24 hours and every mile is $1,
Oh, maybe that was it.
something like that.
I'm a Zach King fan, dude. I think you should get on board. It's just it's a whole nother game with Zach King. He's in the magic trick special effects.
Yeah, he's
thing.
out of his element here.
He's great in short form.
Yeah.
You know, he I will give him that. He's got some enticing special effects going on. I think he's good. He's good for. He's as good as TikTok gets, aside from MrBeast's TikTok.
But you're really on, if you want the best content, it's MrBeast challenges.
I think, yeah. I mean, that's what I started out with this podcast to discover and cover, and I think I'm still riding with Team Beast. And I think I'm talking to another Beast fan, even if you share loyalties with Zach King, I think this was a fruitful discussion. I'm glad that we learned a bit about the truth behind these challenges. And
Well, like, is there anything else we need to know from this Zach King challenge behind the scenes of how they do these kind of things?
I mean, the editing really changes what was in it. Like, there was so much other stuff that they just didn't even show.
Yeah.
Did anyone say anything weird that like really like upset everyone?
And they just made them leave. No,
Because think about if someone says something pretty unsavory and their fingers on a car and everyone has to be around them, it's like that sucks.
yeah. No, everyone was pretty good about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta say, the only thing is they cut out a really cool jousting segment that my girlfriend did, where she just totally
kick
kicked this
someone's
other.
ass.
Oh yeah,
Oh, because
Yeah.
the only jousting thing they showed was like a dude who probably weighed what 180,
Yeah.
210.
yeah. He was over 2 probably, and I felt bad that he like destroyed that girl.
So he was jousting a smaller girl, where it's like, where's the weigh-in process? These are different weight brackets.
Yeah, when Zach King came out, he's like, anyone want to joust for $5,000? They both raised their hand at the same time, so she was unlucky. But what's important, and they cut this out of the video, was that guy. So he got the 5,000, and he gave a couple thousand to the girl that he beat, and they cut that out.
They didn't show that. They only showed him just smashing her.
Yeah,
It was pretty violent.
Yeah, and then he took the 5K, but no, he shared that with her.
Wow.
I was gonna start wrapping this up. Are you feeling content?
I could talk about Beast all day right now. I got my prime in
We're
me.
talking
I'm
about
good to
Zach
go.
King.
We're
Zach-
talking about
this is
Beast too.
distinction. Okay.
We're talking about Beast. Let's talk about Beast real quick.
Okay.
What is your favorite MrBeast episode?
I don't even know. I'm not that big of a fan. I'm sorry. What's yours? Just tell me real quick so I can.
I don't know. A lot
This
of them are
guy's
the same to me.
Faking away.
I don't know. Probably the guy who stays in a red circle for 100 days.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
He wins $500,000.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty impressive. It's a good Beast one. I'm surprised you picked that one.
You know what I like? I have one actually that I liked.
Yeah.
I liked when they pitted the kids against the parents. They had them each in 2 boxes. You remember that?
Yes,
And,
yes,
You know
yes.
that one, Pete?
Yeah.
And it was who last? Who
I haven't
lost the
seen all of
longest?
The parents win by like a landslide. It's like actually embarrassing for the kids. But we'll cover
So
that in another episode.
It's a Parent Trap with the Olsen.
In a way, yeah. I guess.
The Olsen girls in that.
Yeah.
The Olsen twins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Mary, Kate, and Ashley.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Well,
Well,
that
thanks,
about
guys.
does it, I think. Well, in this episode we covered last to take hands off, a Lamborghini keeps it, and someone wins a Lamborghini by keeping their hands on the longest. You came very close in a Zach King video to winning a Tesla through the same strategy. It was so great to talk to you, hear about the inside baseball kind of it all.
That a lot of it is not fake, but
There's
it's edited.
research to be done.
It is edited content.
Yeah. You guys should, I mean, they do so many of these YouTube videos and stuff in LA. You guys should just go be like a production assistant on one. I'm sure you could get in.
I've been
to one of
trying.
these. Have you?
I just can't get the days off from work. I'm at.
Wait, do you think? How hard is it to get a Zach King challenge? Do you think? Because I'm doing this to win a Tesla, but if I could get one through Zach, I would just do that and stop doing this podcast.
Yeah. Reach out. Email their crew. But yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Ben,
Thank you
thank
for
you
coming
so
on.
much.
We sign off usually with a roar.
Nice.
So I tend to go first. He goes second. But if you want to jump in between, you can do it whenever. I'll just go first.
Okay.
Here we
He likes to go first.
go. Beast Pod out.
Peace spot out. Subscribe now, or we will delete your Fortnite account.